Welcome to Next Up Haunted Adventures. I'm Shelby.
And I'm Tony.
And this is our first episode of the podcast.
Yay!
So,
I'm excited.
as you know, I do haunted house reviews, and I plan to keep doing them. And my friend Tony here has never been to a haunted house.
Well, I should preface this because I've been to a haunted house. But, I haven't been to a lot of haunted houses or really good haunted houses. Because I'm too afraid to go to a haunted house.
It's understandable.
I'm a little crybaby. It's okay.
Just a little crybaby.
Yeah. Just a wee bit.
So, the goal, at least for this first season of our podcast, is to get Tony into a haunted house this fall of 2018.
Yes. That's the storyline we're working with today. With all these episodes that we're going to be recording for this. So, yeah, I'm scared.
And that's perfectly normal. I, for one, I feel like a good judge of the haunted houses that I've been to and which ones would be good for you. I have a couple questions because I've been through a lot of haunted houses,
right.
And I'm curious from someone who's never been to one.
Mm-hmm.
So I made a list of questions for you.
All right, sweet, shoot.
You're essentially being interviewed.
Oh God!
Welcome to the show.
Okay. Hang on. Let me get into position. All right, here we go.
All right. So you have been to a haunted house, but
Yes.
you refuse to go to any more you haven't been.
Yes.
Is it solely just because you're a little crybaby, as you put it?
Yes and no. I've been, like I said, I've been to haunted houses. I wouldn't classify it as a haunted house. It was just like a haunted hayride. I just remember vividly.
How old were you?
I was probably around 5 or 6.
Okay, so old enough that it probably didn't count.
Yeah, that's.
So you've essentially never been to a haunted house.
Yes, I would say that. I know that there's a lot of scenes that I remember, but I don't remember the whole thing, and it was not a good experience for me as a little baby boy.
Well, just so you know, my first experience with the haunted house wasn't necessarily good either.
Right.
I was probably around the same age, and it was at the Jacksonville Zoo in Florida. And I got through the first room,
Mm-hmm.
There was a clown running around with a knife, and then I started crying, and my mom had to take me out.
Okay.
So, it's not I've been through a lot of them, but I didn't get through my first one either.
Right. Well, I mean, like I said, it was a haunted hayride. So going through it, you had no choice but to finish it. So it's my parents. Okay, so we went. Here's the whole story. My parents and my family, we used to go camping a lot, and there is this place I believe over in Indiana, where it's Jellystone Park. If you know anything of Yogi Bear or anything like that, there's an actual campsite that you can go to just kind of hang out there and do stuff. Well, they had a haunted attraction thing going on at the time, and my parents thought, oh, it's Yogi Bear. It's just gonna be a little scream, ha stuff. No, that thing it was intense, and I remember seeing a surgical room where a drill was going through somebody's head. I remember seeing body parts. I remember. I'm like a 6-year-old, maybe a soft 7-year-old child. And there's this guy chasing after me, in one of those. You ever been in one of those rooms? You've been to a lot of haunted attractions. Of course, you've probably been to one of these rooms. One of the rooms where the floor is squishy, so it's uneven, and there's a bunch of walls around you, trying to keep balance. Dude was chasing me through that. I'm 6 years old. My dad had to pull the guy aside, and be stop. He's already screaming his head off.
He's already about to pee himself.
Yes, leave the kid alone. He was gonna deck the guy right in front of me and my family. It was. But yeah, that was probably the one that I remember the most. Mm-hmm. And it was one of the ones that was just nope, not doing this anymore. Don't care what anybody says. I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah, and I know I've tried to get you to go to haunted houses before.
Yes.
For probably the last 2 years. This will be the third year, but this year it's actually going to happen.
Fingers crossed, right?
Especially, the more people watch and comment, and if you think you should go, let us know. I want him to go.
Exactly. I mean, it's for a lot of the reasons now for me doing this is because I have a lot of friends that go to these. I have a girlfriend that does loves this stuff, and I don't know, like from my perspective, I'm a guy that plays a bunch of different spoopy, scary games,
Yep.
stuff like that. But also I can't play anxiety games. I can't play
Silent Hill.
Silent Hill. I can't play. I can't even play the new Resident Evil.
Yeah.
I can't play that because it scares the crap out of me. It's low time based stuff.
That's the fun of it.
It is. I completely understand that would be the fun of it. So me doing this now is being like, let's just try it. Go for it.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
So, what scares you most?
Scares me most. Well, I could be existential and say infinity scares me most, but that would be just too philosophical. Let's go bare basics. I think demented clowns are terrifying.
It's so generic still.
It's a very generic thing to say, but I don't know, think about it. I'm not terrified of clowns, but creep factor, a demented clown is just that, because it's that childhood innocence mixing with something monstrous.
Yeah.
To where it just kind of reminds you of you being the whole aspect of a clown is to have fun, and it reminds you of childhood, but then throwing that monstrous look into it, it's holy crap, this thing is scary. So it brings you back to that mindset of being a kid. But demented clowns, I'm not good with blood, a lot of blood around. I'm not good with gore, but yeah, I would say probably gore and demented looking childlike figures.
All right. What do you expect to happen to you on your first haunt when you go with me? I will hold your hand if necessary.
Right.
I've had to do that before.
Right. What I expect is to be pinned between you leading and then somebody else behind me. I expect me to scream a lot, probably curse a lot, and then get yelled at by the actors for yelling out obscenities. But I expect to come out of it at the end of it, giggling and laughing with everybody else.
All right. Maybe have a little bit of pee pants.
Maybe a little pee pants. No brown pants. No brown pants.
I'd hope not. That's kind of hard to accomplish. So, what do you expect to happen on your second haunt? Because I would like that to happen as well.
Oh, jeez. Well, let's get through the first one, but on my second haunt, maybe just kind of ramping it up a little bit more. Knowing you, Shelby, you don't want anybody to miss out. You also don't want anybody to be terrified. So you're probably going to pick my first haunt to be something kind of nice and easy, and then the second haunt's going to be ramped up. Third haunt's going to be ramped up. Fourth haunt is going to be I'm going to have a chainsaw wielding man in front of you, swinging back and forth.
and we'll get to that. We'll talk about the haunts that I line up, because I do that around every July. I line up a list of the places I'm going to be going to and hitting up every weekend. Right. But that's going to wrap it up for the first episode. And for the second episode, we're actually going to discuss which haunts you would like to go to. Okay. And I'll give you maybe a short rundown if you're lucky.
If I'm lucky. Oh, jeez.
All right. Like, comment, subscribe, and if you really want him to go to a haunt, leave a comment and say he needs to go.
Yeah. Encourage me.